Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Spring Sweet Spring. Today, we will be casting the first quarterfinal of the day, but of course, there will be more quarterfinals, but this will be the one that we will be casting. I am here joined by Sneaky Beaky, not Dwayne this time. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you, White. It's a pleasure to be back here on Spring Sweet Spring, as you said. That is not quite my name. There we go. Yeah, it's absolutely lovely to be along here for the ride. We have an exciting matchup today. We've got Entropiq versus Copenhagen Flames. And, well, Entropiq, they've been making some pretty decent moves lately, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they can bring to the table today. I think they had a 60-round game yesterday, with casual stuff. And now coming into today, they're up against Copenhagen Flames, so I feel are a little bit easier than yesterday's opponent. But that's not to take away from Copenhagen Flames. But yeah, either way, it will be an exciting matchup, and I don't think there's a clear winner here.
Yeah, and taking a look at the playoffs bracket, I mean, the invited teams are having a rough time, really. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe that. Wait, let me take a look real quick. I do believe Endpoint was invited, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we had Extremum was invited, Endpoint was invited, and then Fiend, of course, coming out of regionals. So the teams from regionals have been looking way stronger here.
Yeah, they've been doing really, really well, and it's a shame that we've actually missed the first ever meetup between Extremum and Complexity there. But Fiend, they're just too damn strong, a great 2-1 finish. And yeah, I mean, it has been a little bit all over the place, but it has been some very exciting Counter-Strike. And to start us off here, we got ourselves Entropiq. We got Alien, Lackey, Nickelback, Crad, and Forrester. A very strong roster coming out of the CIS region, currently number 17 in the world. And yeah, well, we've both seen these guys before a couple of times. It's always fun to cast them. And I mean, yeah, they've come out of nowhere. They've come out of being a mixed roster. They've gone through EPG Family, X Winstrike, and now today picked up by I believe it's Czech organization of Entropiq.
Yeah.
And ever since they've been picked up by them, they've been continually reaching new heights as they keep being invited to new events. And pretty damn consistently, they do well in them.
Oh yeah, but I'm just looking forward for them to finally play in that ESL Pro League because they've been having that spot for a while now. But it starts in August, so it's still a while away. But can't wait for them to just show the world what they're capable of. But here we have the new Copenhagen Flames lineup. For us, they're new. Here we have Roach, Zyphon, Huxi, Javi, and Nico Dawson. We also cast as well the previous iteration of this lineup a few times before. And personally, I really liked the lineup, but they didn't really work that well. I do believe when we casted them, they had Asilian, Nodios, and then they had Moddy standing in, right?
That sounds about right. Yeah,
and Moddy was top fragging, and he was, a bit of the old schooler that you don't expect to be top fragging.
I mean, this Copenhagen Flames roster, it has been all over the place. It's been a journey, to say the least, in these past couple of months. But again, I'm excited to see what these guys can bring to the table. I know it's an early start for everybody, but at the same time, I'd say every player on this roster is at least experienced in CS.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, I think Entropiq coming in here are the stronger team today.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to rule out Copenhagen Flames because they're not terrible. They're definitely not terrible.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Do have the veto ready for you guys right now, so let's take a look at that. I'm hoping we get to see Ancient, but who knows? I mean, there we
I'm
go.
Obsessed with that map now.
Yeah, I am, but we are gonna switch Entropiq. Pick Vertigo now. Personally, I didn't expect that because that seems to be the map that the Copenhagen Flames like. Oh wait, no, I'm bad. I'm bad. Sorry, I didn't see the Copenhagen Flames picked it. Oh my god, yeah, the graphic surprised me. But no, yeah, Entropiq will be picking the CD sign. Now I do realize why I've been wrong every single time because I didn't look right. But yeah, Entropiq will be picking Mirage. I mean, not what I expected. I expected them to pick Nuke, but definitely also going to be a good map for them. And then Overpass is the final one.
I mean, I think a Mirage pick, it's a relatively safe one, I guess, for Entropiq. It means they're very confident. They've played it, 24 times before? They've got a 54% win rate on it. Going on to Overpass as well. I mean, Overpass is always a pretty safe pick for Entropiq. It's a map they're comfortable on. It's right in the middle of their pack in terms of win percentages, and purely due to the nature of them playing so many games recently, they are going to have a little bit of a skewed percentage. But there's at least a lot of stuff for us to go off for Entropiq, with this Copenhagen Flames being a bit of a newer lineup. It's a little bit more difficult to tell how they'll come out in these two matchups. I think they're going to be pretty confident on their own map pick of Vertigo.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, I definitely wouldn't rule out an Entropiq 2-0 here. If there was anyone to pull off a 2-0, it would definitely have to be this Entropiq lineup. And even if Copenhagen Flames were to win their own map pick, I definitely think Overpass is going in favour of this Russian squad. So again, I'm not completely ruling out Copenhagen Flames. At the same time, my confidence does just lie with the Russian squad here.
Yeah, I mean, the same has to be said for me, Vertigo. Honestly, Copenhagen Flames, I mean, yeah, what could they have already picked otherwise? Ancient could have also been a pick, but then again, 43% in the last 3 months on 7 maps. That's not too good. And Entropiq have only played it once, and I do believe they have won it.
Yeah.
And 16-9 against the Copenhagen Flames as well. So yeah, I do understand why they didn't pick Ancient. So yeah, Vertigo really is the only map they can get away with here. But Entropiq, I mean, the percentages are better for the Copenhagen Flames, but when you take the sample size of 10 maps versus 18, then it does actually look better for Entropiq in my eyes.
No, definitely so. And this should be an exciting couple of games coming up. And I'll tell you what, I haven't seen Entropiq on Mirage in a while now, so that's definitely going to be a fun game to watch. I think we usually catch them on Dust too. We have seen them on Vertigo a couple of times as well. I mean, again, Vertigo, it's not their best map in the world, but still a 62% win rate over 13 maps. It's an impressive stat to be keeping up. It's better than my favourite Tier 1 team at the moment, RIP VP, losing 2-1 to 100 ping gods. That hurt my soul. But Entropiq, they've been putting up much more of a fight in the RMR recently. They do unfortunately go down to Team Spirit, and as I said, I think it was 60 maps in that first game. In fact, I'll check for you now, just so I'm not giving you false information here. But yeah, they had a rough go of it. Yeah, it was 31-29, and Entropiq do actually win that on Nuke, and that's another thing I was going to say.
What?
Nuke is a pretty common map pick for this Entropiq squad. It's one of their best maps. This was versus Team Spirit in the RMR 2 days ago now, actually. 31-29, which is just nuts. and they do lose 16-13 to Spirit on Mirage, but in all fairness, Spirit, they are the better roster in this one. They're just edging that little bit above Entropiq. But now we will be heading straight into the game here on Vertigo, and I am very much looking forward to seeing how this one unfolds.
Are looking to get ready. Copenhagen Flames are now on the T side and Entropiq on the CT side. Abby here. The clock is looking to enter with his teammates. Forrester here will have to do a very big job. Seems to be the only one here. Is going to spot the players, but will be falling back. That will be plenty of information gained for him and his team. And now, Copenhagen Flames, they're playing this one slowly. They are hoping for an Entropiq player to make a mistake here.
Yeah, definitely so. But Entropiq, they're not making any mistakes just yet. There's a lot of utility on that Copenhagen's Flame side. If any of them go down to Crag without throwing that utility, it's going to be incredibly costly. And they may have to sacrifice the entire A-bomb site execute. I like the name of Elian's knife there. That's just me picking up on the small things. Don't mind me. What you should be minding is how Copenhagen Flames now are slowly pushing their way up this A ramp, but they haven't noticed Nickelback in the back lines. 2 kills already. Beautifully done by the man. He does so much damage to a third. Zyphon finds Ellie and Nickelback finds another. Crad to seal the deal. And what a round from Entropiq.
Yeah, great round for them now. Running all the kills, only Alien goes down, and that will be very confident start for them. But now, technical replay from Nickelback. Oh, so damn precise. This is, you'd love to see it as an Entropiq fan. Copenhagen Flames will be going for the force, but I did see a scout. Oh, the scout in the deagle. On the T side, okay, I can respect it. Now, Alien. The peek in. Oh. Nico knows he's going to get tagged down to 7 HP. That's already a very bad start for Copenhagen Flames, especially against this buy of Entropiq. This is their 4th buy round. Our need is now also going to get tagged up by the nade. See Rouge now down very low, and Copenhagen Flames. Oh, Xiphon does find a kill on the Forester, but I'm still not a believer, Tom.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. I think you already know my opinions on the 40 equals scout buy. And for those of you watching at home, to put it frankly, I'm not a fan. It doesn't usually work out very well for the people who buy it. They might get a frag or two, as has already been done onto Forester. But usually, someone like Brad with an MP9 does something like that. Already finding a 2k. I mean, Yabi does trade things back to a 3 versus 3. But the health on Nikodos and Yabi are less than admirable, to say the least. Alien, though, dancing around this bomb site, now heading over to Ivy. Looking to get a bit more aggressive here as Xiphon on the Desert Eagle joins up with his low HP player. And, well, both of them get sprayed down by Alien on the FAMAS, and last alive is Nikodos on 7 points of health. Doesn't land the shot, goes down to Nickelback, and 2-0 on the board to Entropiq. Already a confident start for this Entropiq roster. And, well, a lot of people do favour that T side. A CT start for Entropiq hasn't phased them so far. I mean, clearly the players are a little bit tired. They're rubbing their eyes. It is an early morning start here at Spring Sweet Spring. We wouldn't have it any other way. I believe on Russian time, actually, it's not too early. About 11 AM right now, which is a bit better than the 8 AM start for me. But hopefully I'm doing alright so far.
Yeah, indeed. Now, we do have Yabi is going to find the 1 league on the Forester. Is looking to just keep aggressing towards B. The whole big bomb slide is in their arms right now. Xiphon looking to find another, but Yabi! Oh my lord, last time we were casting him. He wasn't having the best of times, but right now, already off to a great start now. Does get nailed down by Nickelback. Nickelback gonna find 2 more. And oh my, the hopes and dreams of Copenhagen Flames in this round have just been crushed. Well, have they really? I mean, the bomb plant definitely something I'm going for. I do believe Yabi, he was dreaming of something else.
Yeah, it was a valiant effort there from Yabi, but with 3 players on his team still on 0 kills, I don't think a Deagle round is particularly the one they had hopes of winning. The fact they do get the bomb down and 2 kills with that investment, yeah, it's good stuff for them. But now this is where it really matters, the full buy round for this Copenhagen Flames squad. And it will still be, oh my goodness, Lackey and Ellie, and they've gone for an immediate double AWP setup. And also, I believe Nickelback is currently 7-0. Just a casual thing to mention. He's having a strong start. My god, the confidence on Elian! He just jumps straight on down from the high heavens and he manages to get away. Oh my god, Forrester with a 2k spray down. My goodness, it's all fallen apart immediately for Copenhagen Flames. Entropiq, you're bullying them. It's too early for this. They're map pick as well.
You're saying it's 11 in Russia, but it is 9 in Europe, and Copenhagen Flames definitely need those 2 extra hours.
Oh no.
Oh, she's gonna take out Nickelback now, 2 versus 4. This is just crazy. Entropiq already, it's like they're starting where they left it off last best of 3 with Copenhagen Flames, confidence-wise. Just, let's just go to what works, get a double up art, Not a big deal now, Lackey. He's surprised if he doesn't find a kill, doesn't find a headshot at Entropiq. This is just so damn clean, and Copenhagen Flames, it's, time to wake up. It's something that has to be said is, all these teams, they do play in lots of reload tournaments with lots of early starts, so let's just say their sleeping schedules must be used to it at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to think so.
Still gamers, though.
Still gamers. Gamers, we live in the dark and occasionally wake up at about 4 PM. About the earliest. That's been my life recently, anyway. Back into the swing of things here. I mean, Alien does try and swing himself towards top ramp, realises it's perhaps not the best idea, I guess. It is another full buy from Copenhagen Flames, or at least skimping for utility. Nikodos on the scout as well, rather than the big green. Brad, this is dangerous over-aggression. Won't quite catch Roche behind us up. All in. Instead gets his head taken cleanly off by Xiphon. And now a 5 versus 4 situation with Copenhagen Flames to be dealing with. Elian, he's got lockdown on Ivy. This is teammate will be falling. Alien takes a bit of chip damage, down to 59, and that's a bit more than chip damage onto Nickelback. Typhon cleanly removes him from the server, and this is looking like a very strong round. What a shot from Alien there! Incredible speed on that scoped weapon, but now being double pushed from the rear flank. Typhon going for the spray down. This smoke is incredible, but it's not going to be enough. Last alive now is Forrester in this 1 versus 4, and finally, Copenhagen Flames look convincing in a round. This should definitely be one on the board for them.
All right, Copenhagen Flames, this looks good. Now, you would expect that the economy of Entropiq would be absolutely broken because of that double out buy, but no, it is not going to be broken. Have been able to survive with plenty of players, so good for now. Now Forrester. It's a nice headshot to Yabi. Now, he's going to be trying to save this AK-47 1 versus 3 to hunt. Is Ondo, who's only 40 HP, but that doesn't matter. Just finds the headshot nonetheless. And here, let's take a look at our odds from Pinnacle. 1.276 for Entropiq and 3.62 actually now for Copenhagen Flames. I mean, makes sense, right?
Yeah, I can get behind those odds. Also, last time we cast the Copenhagen Flames, it was against Sinners, wasn't it?
Ooh, now you're asking me something.
That's alright, that's alright. I feel like it was against Sinners, and again they picked Vertigo, and they really struggled despite Sinners having a stand-in and a coach throughout the entirety of the map. And yeah, because we talked about how Guardian was...
That was Entropiq, right?
No. Was it? I have no idea. I'm talking...
It wasn't Copenhagen Flames.
Okay, moving on from that then. The last time we did cast Copenhagen Flames on the map of Vertigo, they did struggle though. It's a map they pick into a fair few times. Like, it's a consistent map pick for them. But it's not one that we usually see going particularly well for them. But a 4 versus 3 for Entropiq right now sort of speaks droves to what I've been talking about previously. There will still be the AWP on Nikodos though. Definitely the chance for them to bring a couple of things back. Yeah, he edges his way up towards the B stairs. Gets flashed off, but Forrester also gets team flashed in that engagement. Thankfully, he's not pushed, and oh, he narrowly misses spotting Jabby. This could be a bit of a jab in the side if he's not careful, but oh, Zyphon is dead to take him down now in the 3v2. Make that 2v2 with Jabby. Really starting to pick up the pace a bit here.
Please don't fall off.
2 versus 2 situation left. And hopefully Jabby won't fall off the map.
It always scares me a bit. I do believe there's a railing behind him. Yeah, there is. To save him, and he's gonna take out one. Alien with the Ray Dragon out 1 versus 1, but Nikodos comes out on top. Second round in a row now for the Copenhagen Flames and Entropiq. Don't have to really answer back to this.
Yeah, for the precise reason that you are scared that you could fall off there, that is why Valve added a barrier. Because people did consistently fall off from that angle. And it was very funny. And I wish we could still laugh at people falling off from that angle. And we very occasionally do. But I think the best one in recent times was, I think it was Shocks. He just accidentally commits suicide off the back of the bomb site.
Yeah.
But now on just a pistol buy for Entropiq. And buy is a bit of a stretch. 2 players on USPs here. They're looking to do some economic damage rather than take a round win here. Maybe bag an AK-47, just catch these Copenhagen Flames players off guard. And they're not doing too badly at the moment. They've managed to reset Entropiq's economy, and they've also managed to get themselves 2 rounds on the board in a row. It was looking very dominant for Entropiq to start things off here. The fact they've already clawed things back, it's looking good for them. And they're starting to make this first half at least competitive.
Yeah. Copenhagen Flames playing this one very carefully, making any mistakes, and of course that's right there, but they're just gonna go down like flies in that heat. 1 versus 4, perhaps it's gonna be able to find a weapon. No, alright, that's not gonna be dropped right in front of him. Lucky. It's just gonna be looking for these same terrorists. It's gonna be jumping up. Nikodos holding the ammo, he's gonna miss, but Typhon takes him out with a headshot. That will be the 3rd round in a row, actually, for Copenhagen Flames and Entropiq. Perhaps, you know, they I mean, no money for it to love.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been a bit worried there if the AWP had
Yeah.
lost the USP fight. That would have been quite amusing. Thankfully, a teammate is there to step on in and bag the frag. I mean, they get 1 kill on the low upgraded pistol buy. Fair enough to them. Now, this is where it really matters. As you said, they can't afford the double AWP setup, which is what they were favouring before this round. Hopefully, though, with Forrester getting incredibly aggressive, they're not going to anticipate this angle. Ducks himself in, decides actually no, I don't want to be that vulnerable, but Yabby makes him regret his decisions as Forrester immediately decapitated, leaves a lot of pressure onto the head of Lackey. And I think they are going to be clearing this angle. Yes, they will, Zyphon. It's Rocky, but he grabs the head. Now a 5 versus 3. Zyphon on literally 1 point of health. He's clinging onto a breath of life. And Entropiq, they're not going to realise this, and already a fall away by the looks of things.
Yeah, Entropiq, what the hell has happened here? I mean, of the 7 maps that they have played against each other in the last 3 maps, Entropiq have won 6 times. I do believe around 4 of those times, Copenhagen Flames weren't even able to hit double digits. I mean, this is something we have seen in the past before, you know, when the underdog starts taking rounds early on. The team usually adapts pretty well. But I'm saying usually, because Entropiq, you know, pretty early, still go out of the tournament here. Who knows? Copenhagen Flames, a new lineup, have been getting better and better. Do you believe they have? I mean, yeah, they have recently entered the HLTV top 30, and I do believe this may be their first week in it. Let me actually take a look.
I will take a look with you, and I would, yeah, you are right. They've gone from 41st to 28th in the world. They've jumped up a nice 13 spaces, and well, they've also jumped up to 4 rounds on the board. They find themselves an equalising round, and the odds reflect that, yeah, perhaps this is a little bit more in favour of the Copenhagen Flames side. Only a 2.77 for them now, as Entropiq's numbers are slowly slipping away, according to our partners at... Ooh, Elian, that's a missed shot, and a very rare missed shot from the man, as he will B-hop into the sunset. Doesn't want to take any disadvantageous engagements towards that B-ramp. It is so easy to lose a weapon. And the opening kill has been lost there for about 3 rounds in a row now for Entropiq. If they do it again, they know how deadly it can be, but those grenades are deadlier. Forrester goes down. Gorgeous utility from this Copenhagen Flames side, and Elian left to deal with the damage. Can he at least find one here towards the B stairs, as Nico does? He's hunting down a prize on this A ramp. Very risky, goes in blind. No utility, but Nickelback is blindsided by that AWP. And oh my goodness, it's dominant now from Copenhagen Flames. This is Entropiq. They look like they've just fallen apart. 2 versus 5 situation here. Elian goes back for some more. But no, it's just almost 100% going to be a Copenhagen Flames round here.
Yeah, and every single time the Copenhagen Flames can just go to that B bomb site for that opening frag, and looky here, we'll be finding Yabby, but all of the Copenhagen Flames are looking so damn confident right now. I mean, in a second, 5 rounds in a row, this is definitely not what you like to see of Entropiq. And I do remember last night when we were speaking through DMs, you were mentioning the fact that Entropiq, I mean, they're playing a lot of Counter-Strike right now together with the RMR event.
Yeah, definitely.
And, perhaps a bit worn out.
I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility when you're playing this much Counter-Strike. There's very, very little time to practice. You're always being kept on your toes, and sometimes you do have to prioritise. And I think in a circumstance like this, the major is the priority. Also, these guys are going to be shattered, as I said still. They had a long one a couple of days ago, and yeah, they've been fighting throughout the RMR event constantly over these past couple of days, and oh, you know, cheeky bit of chewing gum there. Got to stay fresh whilst playing CS. What can I say?
I believe it was Twist actually was always chewing gum, and he did say that it helps you with your focus.
A lot of baseballers do it actually, so it's not unique to Twist here. It is a genuine sports thing where people say, yeah, I chew gum because it massively helps with my focus.
Talking about focus. I recently saw on Reddit that Coldzera back in the day, instead of blinking with both eyes, he only used to blink with one eye so he could still hold the angle.
Wow, that is a very AWPer thing to do.
That was actually seen on footage of him.
Fair enough. I mean, he's like what is it? Sharks do that when they sleep, don't they? Or they sleep with their eyes open.
I think Cold Zero started blinking with 2 eyes now.
And that's why he got dropped from FaZe.
Yeah.
He just wasn't able to hold the angles anymore. What can I say? Cold Zero, where did it all go wrong for Lackey? Jesus, Siphon spins on in, spins his jaw. Now a 5 versus 4 situation ensuing again for Copenhagen Flames as Entropiq. They look completely unable to deal with this Danish side. They're trying their best, but look at this. Nickelback, he just runs to his death. He's like, just farm me, please. As Crag goes down to the same fate, Forrester does trade 1 back with a 2 versus 4. I mean, Entropiq, they're good, but they're not looking too hot today, and I honestly don't fancy their chances in round number 10. This is where I'm actually starting to get a little bit worried for this Entropiq squad rather than the CPH Flames boys.
Yeah, Copenhagen Flames, I mean, in the last 3 months, these 2 teams have played Vertigo against each other twice already. Each team won once. And something that has to be said is, Alien does find a shot onto Hooksy. But yeah, the Copenhagen Flames, they have probably prepared a lot for Entropiq here. But Entropiq, I mean, they've been focusing on the RMR event. They've been playing in multiple tournaments. Definitely not going to be as prepared, I would expect. I mean, if they are, huge props to them for their time management. But now, Copenhagen Flames passes 2 and Entropiq. It's looking like they still want to go for this. Actually, first, they're just looking for some exit frags.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just the best call to make at a time like this. That bomb time where it's ticking on down. Alien is holding the angle, making sure they can't go for any exit frags of their own. But yeah, that's just another pretty damn successful round for Copenhagen Flames. Again, they only lose 2 players. Their economy is given the opportunity to boom. And look how much money Nikodos, Zyphon, and Roy, I believe his name is pronounced, will have on the backs of them after the end of this one.
Or Roger, I don't know.
Yeah, Nikodos is on $11,500. It's just a bit of a painful situation here for Entropiq. They will be able to invest into this one, but again, this is one of their last opportunities. If they're unable to capitalize here, then they are in real trouble. They will be going back to that trusty double AWP setup, but will they be able to find the entry frags that they were doing in the first 4 rounds? Or will they just get absolutely mowed to pieces by what is looking like a rather menacing Copenhagen Flames side now? Nice flashbang down towards ramp. It will fully blind Roy. The AWP boosted up above the smoke though. He's looking for blood. Doesn't see anyone towards Ivy. Isn't checking his left side angles yet. At the same time, I think Entropiq have been scared away from peeking these angles now, as they've just been battered to pieces every time they've even tried it.
Yeah, what went wrong here? Entropiq, 4 rounds in a row. They were looking so damn dominant. That first flying around with the double up looked amazing. Now they're looking to recreate exactly that. 2 ops once again. Perhaps this will be the round that they can take. Alien is going to find Rouge. Roy. And then go back. Hold the push Nico does. He's going to be holding the angle. Nickelback. It's smoked off. And Alien now gonna go for another R peak. Does look to come in, but Alien comes out on top. Peeker's advantage will be going in his favor. Siphon with his free transfer. Actually, Abby takes that kill, but now a 2 versus 2. Aki looking to come in with the AWP, but this would be so damn heartbreaking if Entropiq can't take this one.
They tried so damn hard, but the bomb plant comes in. Yabi spins on in as well. A lovely headshot on the... Oh, wow. Okay, Yabi, he's doing it all right here. He's not normally a name that we shout about on this side of Copenhagen Flames, but he absolutely obliterates 2 of those Entropiq players. And, well, a nice little replay here. Shows Alien with a nice shot to start things off. And I thought this round must have been one for Entropiq. Alien, he does everything right here. Even on the replay, it only shows him. But it's Yabi, the real hero of that round, to spin both of the last players immediately into the abyss on the side of Entropiq. And look at their buy as a result. It's Alien on an A1S, with everybody else on upgraded pistols. I mean, if Entropiq are able to win this round of all rounds, then what the hell have they been doing for the previous about 7? It's 7 in a row now for Copenhagen Flames, and there's been absolutely no answer from Entropiq.
Yeah, it really looks like new RGL. Hooksy is able to use Yabi really well in the system. And Roy is going to find Crad. Finds an opening frag for his team once again. 7-4. This could end 11-4, Tom.
Yeah, it would be...
I mean, it's looking like it.
This is just a blank Entropiq right now. And, I mean, Forrester, it's a nice kill to find. Bags himself an AK as a result. It's still 2 rifles versus 4. And again, as I said, if they win this round of all rounds, what have they been doing for the last 7 when they've had the weaponry advantage in a lot of scenarios? I mean, they're not even struggling necessarily to find the entries anymore. They're just unable to hold on to any advantage given to them, and it's really, really worrying. But, I mean, more props to Copenhagen Flames. Their sheer determination is fantastic, and they keep on driving through as Zyphon drives through Nickelback. He's looking for more. Lackey down to 19 points of health, and now nothing as he's cut to pieces. Another bullet to the cranium. 2 versus 4 here, and Forrester and Ellie, and they may want to consider saving if they can't find another kill in the next 5 or 10 seconds. Ikudos, he's watching the headshot angle, goes for the peak, and Forrester, he's forced away. On this post plant, everything is going in favour of Copenhagen Flames. Zyphon, he's hiding firmly in the bomb site there. Forrester, he's edging his way round, sees the backpack, finds a spray. And Ikudos, he's still holding the angle. Forrester finds a frag, sees the head of the AWPer, and he's going to start the defuse. No way. Wow. Okay. There is a way. I don't know what they've been doing for the past 7 rounds, White.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, they went into, well, I was going to say winter sleep, but it's summer, so perhaps summer sleep. Now Yabi, looking very tired as well. Does have his Red Bull cup in front of him, not a Red Bull, so I'm sure there's going to be water inside of that. Nice third place, check the background.
Nice. What's
Danish
2,500? Yeah, that's what, like £250?
That is 246 euros.
Fair enough. I'm not too far off, White.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely been to a couple of better prize pool tournaments since then. I believe this one is certainly one of them. No, I mean, props to him, you know. He remembers his roots, knows where he's come up from, and now playing for a side like this, no doubt fulfilling a lot of his dreams as a former CS player. Zyphon and Roje, though, they're looking to continue them. Lackey goes down, as does Forrester, and now again, dangerous territory for Entropiq. They claw back for last situation, but I think, again, this is a bridge too far, and Nickodos, he will be holding the bridge, so no rotations can really come in. Nickelback is trapped down there with Crad. And they've sort of done a bit of a role reversal here with the T side. There's nothing they can do as they sit on the bottom of ramp. Hooksy perhaps looking to get aggressive, but a smoke is dropped on down. And that is a nice free fire spam, almost landing the shots required. Wow, Nickelback, he's being forced around everywhere. Eats a dig through the edge of the wall. Elian catches Zyphon off guard, and now in this 3 versus 4 situation. Again, there's no chance of an Entropiq round win here. They are fighting for survival as Hooksy spins on in. He's going to find Nickelback. Crad only trades 1 out, and Roy gets 1 more. Elian escapes with an AWP, but that's all they escape with for Entropiq. And Elian, he will be able to drop on over to either Crad or Lackey. But again, it's a sub-optimal position to be put into. And with the amount of rounds that Copenhagen Flames have been able to string together here, this has been a very rough CT side for the Russians.
Yeah, survival of the fittest, and the Copenhagen Flames look to come out ahead there. 8-5, 10-5 still a possibility. Does throwing a molly here towards a lane, but Elian, looking so damn aggressive now. Has been smoked off, so won't be able to find anyone. Looking to perhaps go for that re-smoke, so he can get a bit of a cheeky angle if he does look to push through the scaffolding later on in the round. Yeah, Entropiq, they're looking to take ramp control right here towards the A-bomb site. Spam comes in, Alien here, looking to use that smoke right here for a peek. Won't be able to spot anyone just yet, but right now, as the smoke is fading, he will take out Nico. Does it actually get some wall bang through the scaffolding onto Hooksy? Turning it into a 5 versus 4. He is going to be pushing through the window, finds Zyphon. This is starting to look very dire for the Copenhagen Flames.
You could say that Entropiq are siphoning away some of these rounds. I'm very unfunny, but moving along. With 45 seconds left on the clock, there's a 3-round deficit for Entropiq to try and claw back as best as possible. And it is a nice start there from Nickelback, or a nice middling blow. Now a 5 versus 2 situation, and for once it's Copenhagen Flames with a man disadvantage with 30 seconds left. Nickelback spins in for more, finds a bomb, all the information needed. Hooksy in a 1 versus 5 situation in the penultimate round of the half. He bags 1, he bags 2, that's gorgeously done. There's no bomb on the back of this man, and yeah, with very little time left to go, Elian, an important kill nonetheless. The odds 1.581 to the 2.32, still not looking too bad for Copenhagen Flames, bearing in mind where they started off. Thanks to Pinnacle for bringing us those live odds there. Now, finally, 6 rounds on the board for the CT side, and that's what I'd at least say is comfortable on Vertigo White. I feel like if they can get that 7-8 scoreline, it'll be far more so for them, because they really did struggle when Copenhagen Flames were able to streak rounds together. They are only just able to put up 2 on the board for themselves after their initial 4-round streak, and they have been segregated as well. Roy segregates Nickelback from the pack and cuts him cleanly down, and in this 5v4 again, it looks so advantageous for Copenhagen Flames as there's no reply from Entropiq. Look at Yabby, he's been so hot on these entries, but it's Crad instead to trade first. Yabby, that's what I'm talking about, finds Forrester. Lackey trading out again on the big green 3v3. He tries to readjust his position behind Fire and Flame. They know exactly where he is now, at least I think they do, and the Molotov flushes him out. No frag to be found there. Hooksy finds the frag. Now Elian, he's looking to hold down this cross. Molotov onto the site will at least deny the plant for the time being. The run boost over towards the site. I like the ingenuity here. Yabby on top of the boxes make that. Ooh, he'll be guarding the site as Elian bags a frag. Crad in the rear flank. It's so messy. He doesn't catch a thing. And now a 1 versus 2 for the AWP. Can he seal a 7th for his squad? Or is the 1v2 just too much on the retake for the big green player?
Oh, what a shot there onto Yabby. Now 1 versus 1. Has a Desert Eagle and a dream in his hand. Oh, he's actually going to peek out, but Elian, how do you not find that kill? Oh no, it was almost given to him on a golden platter, but now he does clutch out the round, and that will be the 7th round for Entropiq. And if you just join in right now, and if you see the scoreline, you're going to be, all right, this looks good, okay? Entropiq, they can still come out on top of this one. And of course, they can still come out on top, but if you actually watched this game, and if you saw how much Entropiq have been struggling, I am really starting to think that Copenhagen Flames can run away with this one.
Yeah, I think the map rather than the series as a whole, but I definitely have to agree with you there.
Sure.
I mean, it has been very, very sloppy for Entropiq. Outside of those first 4 rounds, they've been relying a lot on individual plays. And it's just surprising to see how consistent they are at getting the man disadvantage on the side of Entropiq, because they'll just lose every entry fight. Now, this is an important pistol round for them. It really seals their fate of getting back into this game. Crad, a jumping Glock tap, finds another onto Zyphon. Oh my goodness, Crad, he's got huge in this pistol round. Already 3 kills to his name, and he's looking for more blood. Switches over to the P2000 as well. A formidable weapon. Nickelback, he gets tapped down through the boxes, but with just the USP, there's not much penetration power. And oh my god, Crad, he's on for the ace. He's already found 4 in the round. Last alive is Yabby. And whilst Nickelback may fall, Crad is still in the server. And Forrester, he steals his teammate's ace, but it's for a valuable cause. 8-8 now on the scoreboard. As Entropiq will be equalising, and I've got to hand it to them. Their pistol rounds are damn impressive.
Oh yeah, that was how they were able to start off their dominant run earlier. With that pistol round, and now with Copenhagen Flames probably buying 4 Eagles in a scout. I mean, what else do you expect?
Oh no. Dear me.
I do believe Entropiq are going to come out on top of this one. I mean, they do have 4 players with rifles, but yeah, Crad will be going in first. You know, that buddy jumping around with that MAC-10 and running gunning. So damn difficult to hit with those Deagles, and That is just absolutely going to throw your aim off guard. That is why this is the absolutely perfect counter against a round like this. We're down to 54 HP already, and now Entropiq players, alright, 2 players already quite low. Nickelback, 13 HP, is very close to death. The Copenhagen Flames now looking, come with a bit of an ace stack, and Entropiq, they are looking to run straight into it.
I mean, some lovely adjustments there from Alien to get Nickelback in to help him out, but they've lost 3 players already. Nickelback is on 13 points of health. Alien has more than single-handedly saved this round. 3 kills to his name and a gorgeous spray down. Yabby with a Desert Eagle, I would never want to rule him out in a situation like this. Nickelback going for the bomb plant. Needs to be so careful, but Yabby gives up his position. Alien down to 40, actually. And this is a very strong possibility for the Desert Eagle player. He's dancing around the smoke and the bomb site. If Nickelback peeks this, he's going to go down. Yabby, he's been so good so far with just the Desert Eagle to his name. Tapping that bomb, he doesn't bait out a swing. Instead, it's a flashbang. And with no kit, I think this could just be a bridge too far for Yabby here, but he walks on round. Making sound cues means Nickelback will go for a peek, a very risky one at that. And as he tries to retreat, it's not going to be enough. Yabby goes down, and that very easily could have been a Copenhagen Flames round. But with Entropiq winning it, the odds heavily favouring the Russians once again. A 1.318 to a 3.31 according to Pinnacle. And that was a bit of an all-over-the-place round, White. I didn't know where it was going to go, and I was not happy with how Entropiq played that one at all. I was going to say I compliment their aggressive playstyle, and it usually works out well for them, but in this instance, they almost lost to 4 Eagles and a Scout, which is never a situation that I ever like putting myself in saying.
Yeah, and in a round like the last one, you shouldn't be able to get tagged up that early on already. You should just go in together.
Hello?
Waited, but yeah. He's gonna find a coach here. And look at this. Copenhagen Flames. Versus 4 right now, already done a lot of damage, and Nico does with that Mac 10. Alright, I was gonna say if the timing is right, he could find a kill, but no. Malaki is gonna be taking him out, and Hooksy now 1 versus 4 with the USPS. Perhaps he can find a kill. 2 things is what it would take. But I'm not very hopeful for him. And Entropiq, looking like perhaps they will be able to run away with this one on that T side. I mean,
we said that with their first 4 rounds of the last half,
yeah.
so we got to be careful now, right? We can't cast as curse them again.
Can't we?
Well, if you're offering.
Fans molding.
But Alien, can I just say, the man is 21-5 right now. I'm not quite sure how we've missed this, but he is currently the hard carry for Entropiq. He is the sole reason that a good 5-6 of these rounds for Entropiq right now have gone in their favour. And even when he has been fragging out of his mind in some of these rounds, his teammates still manage to lose the advantages. And up against a roster like Copenhagen Flames, you just sort of don't expect that from Entropiq, I guess. As we said, they're overworked, they don't have much time to counter-strat these teams, especially if they're playing in an RMR tournament, which obviously takes priority over every other tournament right now, especially with the prestige of this one. But Copenhagen Flames, for the meantime. Oh, Yabby eats the edge of 3 grenades there. Doesn't go down. I'm impressed he only takes 35 damage from the onslaught. He's currently dealing with a lot on this B-bomb site, and Entropiq, I don't know where they want to push, but it's not looking like the B-bomb site after all. They expend a lot of utility, they draw in some rotates. Their final place of execution looks to be the opposing site.
Of course, if you do end up winning this one, you are going to land yourself a spot at LAN Sweet LAN. That will be in 2022.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet as well. Indeed, like all of these diamonds here from Relog, Nico doesn't even gonna find 2 entry frags. Copenhagen Flames now 5 versus 3. Nico does. Oh no. Roche is gonna get 2 frags just given to him, and Nickelback is praying, but Roche does come out with the 3rd frag. That will be 9-10 for the Copenhagen Flames. And the last time these 2 teams played against each other, of course, I mean, it were the same signs that the teams had started with, but the Copenhagen Flames were able to win only 3 rounds on their T side last time these two teams played against each other on Vertigo. So, yeah, they looked a lot stronger on their CT side.
Well, I mean, Copenhagen Flames, they, as you just said, look a lot stronger on their CT side this time around. Moving on, Entropiq now leading by a scoreline of 1. As Hooksy, he's again going to get aggressive. Elliot eats a bit of nade damage, so does Hooksy. There's more from Hooksy than meets the eye. It's a boatload of utility. That grenade could be brutal, but somehow it's avoided by everyone but Nickelback, and it only does 6 points of damage. Roy, though, swings on in, finds Crad off guard. And again, Entropiq, they've given up the man advantage early.
Yeah, Nico does here, toying with the idea of peeking into scaffolding. Roy's here. Roy is gonna be behind the sandbags. Now, go back here. Lane. Hoping for someone to push, and Roy here. 47 all behind the sandbags, comes out, gets baited up by the molly, finds one, but Forrester with his raid frag, and now Luxie here, 24 in hand, is gonna outspot the player, but Forrester goes down to Nico. Does this bomb slide hold is absolutely looking like it's perfect. Nickelback and Elian now. Oh, Yabi did come in with a flank, but Elian shoots him down with the AWP, and still looking pretty good for Copenhagen Flames. Nickelback is going towards the ladder.
He's run out of time though, White.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, the odds though, they still heavily favour Entropiq here. 1.444 to the 2.7 of Copenhagen Flames. Identical. They're dangerously favouring this Entropiq squad, perhaps. I mean, the odds do change slightly as we head into what is now an Entropiq timeout, and I definitely think this is needed. It should have come in a long time ago. I don't think they called a single timeout on that first half, despite giving up 7 in a row. Yeah, you can tell this is a frustrating game for them. They're tired. They want to get this one over with. Yeah, it's been a rough game for Entropiq here, being the, I'm going to say, clear favourites going into this matchup. As we said, if there was going to be a 2-0 potential, it would be with Entropiq. With their heads in their hands at this rough start to an early morning, they are aiming to get a lot more done than has already been. So hopefully they're able to claw things back in this second half. As I said, I believe the T-side does favour their aggressive style of play. They need to start landing their shots, and they need to stop damaging their economy by just giving up free opening kills and no trades.
Yeah, this buy is... Oh, the nade towards Elian down to 58 HP. That is so damn painful. Elian here. Got back. Needed down to 43 HP. Got back, slowly running up the ramp. And Hooksy there behind the sandbags. Has been pushed out of his position already last time. Did still run away with a kill. Entropiq. Now looking to regroup towards a B-bomb site. Bomb has been picked up. If they want to come out on top of this one, they have to move very quickly. Especially with the Tech 9 and Desert Eagle. Definitely stronger as a unit. Now, Yabi will have to hold this down 11 to 15. Not the best performance, but we've seen some great things from him so far. He's holding a bit of an off angle. Go back. Will be getting the kill right there. 5 versus 4, and that is B. Now in control of Entropiq.
Bit of an oversight there from Copenhagen Flames, leaving only one man to defend this bomb site. Nikodos eats some nade damage as well, and the Orpha's receiving similar utility treatment. Nickelback spots a man towards CT, but Zyphone gets the upper hand. Nikodos as well, finding Crowd through the edge of the wall. And the pre-fire from the T-side AWPer does not land. Forrester claws one back. Forrester makes a double, but it's all up to Ellie now. 21 points of health, and it's not going to be enough. Nikodos wins out the 1 versus 1 fight to seal the deal, and Copenhagen Flames, they've got plenty of time left. It's going to be an 11th on the board for them, and how does that all fall apart for Entropiq? Oh my goodness me!
That was so damn sloppy from Elian there towards the end. He finds the first kill, but instantly swings out with his body without even being able to find that frag. So, yeah, it's definitely showing that they may be tired and may not be 100% ready for a game like this.
I mean, it's been very scrappy so far. Admittedly, there's been scrappiness on both teams. Copenhagen Flames, they just look more well-versed at the moment. And whilst Entropiq, they should be coming out on top. The higher-ranked team, they've got the better stats, they've got more experience, and they do look like the more dominant roster at the moment. It's just not clicking, and there's a lot of factors at play here. They're overworked, they're playing a lot of Counter-Strike, they've got a lot on their plates, and this possibly isn't one of the highest priority matches for them, but at the same time, I believe they're fighting for their lives in this tournament.
Yeah, it's quarterfinals, so if they lose this one, they're out. That's it.
Sillet bang, and the Russians are gone, man.
Yeah, I hate to see it now. Entropiq, very quiet. I don't want to make a single sound. I won't give any audio cues away. Yeah. Win or lose this round, they will be able to get a bye. That is definitely to take away a bit of pressure, but this round, if they run away with this one, I mean, this is what I expect, to be fair. Rifles not walking out, go into the pistols, easy round, right? I mean, I may have just jinxed it for them, or who knows now. Right. Here's Uxie is going to find Crap. Now, we are not seeing any smokes, and this is really not going to help Entropiq. Forrester does find Roy. Forrester with another, and is this how they're going to win it? Nikodos coming in with the AWP is going to find Forrester.
Oh my.
Gets a quick scope onto Nickelback. 2 versus 2 right here, but the one needs keep coming in, and Nikodos not going to land that shot. But I'm saying, if Yabi goes down right here, that's it.
Oh no!
Gets the collateral. They line up.
Oh my god!
Oh, Entropiq, this must hurt. They've been getting so close round after round, and the odds still 1.471 for 1.588. Yeah, the odds slowly shifting the way of the Copenhagen Flames, and soon they'll be going in their favor.
What a round from Nikodos! Oh my goodness me! The AWPer saves it all. Disgusting double quickscope followed by a collateral. He could not have asked for anything better. I mean, he could have asked for a couple more teammates surviving the entire round. But on a personal level, that was so stunning from Nikodos. I want to see some more of that. That was exciting. And if he can keep up playing like this, then Entropiq, I don't think they stand a chance in hell of pulling this one over the line. Already, they've looked so damn sloppy, and I know they were just on the pistols there, but they should have won that round. They had the numbers advantage in droves. And then it all gets just wiped clean. The slate gets smashed in 2. I mean, good utility usage here to flush out Yappy again. Forced to use a smoke grenade. He gets off his position, but that smoke grenade means he's still alive and the nuisance. Nickelback cuts him down, but not before Zyphon finds Lackey. Crad in middle, an excellent lurk. Crad finds the double, but not the triple as Zyphon cuts him down. Now a 3v2 though. Make that 2v2 as Zyphon finds another one. The man's on 3 kills on this bomb site already. And Hooksy on the rear flank. He's not had the best of games so far, but he will find the head of Nickelback, and now Elliot in another 1v2. Opts for the AK over the AWP in this one. Spins on out, loses his head. And that's going to be 13 on the board for Copenhagen Flames. And I feel like they're going to run away with this map now. It's just not been impressive enough from Entropiq. They lose another buy round. And they seem to be making their pistol rounds closer than their buy rounds in these instances anyway. Look at that a little glimmer of a smile there.
Yeah.
A little glimmer of a smile from the Copenhagen Flames players.
Yeah. And even though Mirage, I mean, it's not Copenhagen Flames' best map. Well, to be fair, it's their worst map next to their Insta-ban. But with how Entropiq are looking right now, do you perhaps think that the Copenhagen Flames could win this 2-0?
I mean, It's possible. It is definitely possible. With Mirage up next, it's definitely a map that's heavily favoured for Entropiq.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been played, what, 15 times with a 27% win rate for Copenhagen Flames? That's just not a very particularly convincing statistic. However, in this round, a 3 versus 3 situation with Entropiq on another forced out buy. They could get something done, but Nico does. He's so damn good in these past couple of rounds. Admittedly, he's had a very quiet game up to now. Make a lot of noise in that Molotov, though. Forrester finds a headshot, and now looking for more blood as Nickelback cuts down Roy and Hooksy on the rear flank once again. Tries to shut down the round, but this time he doesn't have a crossfire with his teammate on site, and that could seal the deal as Entropiq, they slowly creep their way round to this A-bomb site. I do favour Entropiq to put an 11th up on the board here, but at the same time, Hooksy, yeah, he's going to walk into Forrester if he's not careful here. Has a full set of utility. Could still be going for this retake. Okay, no, he's going back towards scaffolding. Perhaps there is still hope for the man in this round, but Nickelback gets aggressive. Will he catch Hooksy? No, it's the other way round. And oh, that's not a kill you can afford to be giving up. I see the idea of wanting to group up here. Will Hooksy expect Forrester's position? It looks like he might, and now the bomb, it's planted firmly for that angle. He smokes it off. Will Hooksy be able to find the frag? No, it's Forrester to seal the deal. It gets mighty close. But 11 finally on the board for Entropiq here, but they do trail by 2, and a massive underperformance from Lackey, and a quiet day at the office from Crad and Forrester in crucial rounds means they are really, really struggling.
Copenhagen Flames now calling for the timeout. Entropiq 2 rounds away from tying it up right here. Yeah. This is, I mean, Entropiq, if they don't swing and get the rounds right here, this is going to be it for the Copenhagen Flames and Entropiq. Losing on Vertigo, this is not something I would have expected. I think the same goes for Entropiq, but they're definitely looking a lot less sleepy right here. Looking more focused. Or, well, a little bit more.
Yeah, I can relate on a spiritual level to being very tired at this hour of the morning. Now, Nickelback. He's getting aggressive towards the middle, but it's not going to avail to anything. Hooksy just decapitates him. And now, despite, again, the disadvantageous ride, the Soul Rifler has a huge amount of impact for Copenhagen Flames, already removing the second best player on Entropiq right now. And with him out of the equation, can his teammates pull up the slack? They're edging their way towards this B site again, but Yabby on the deagle is a formidable foe. And, oof, okay, a nice tap there from Lackey. Lucky he doesn't go down himself to a one tap. But instead, he finds one more. That's a bit of a misplay as Hooksy catches 2. This Hero Rifler already on a 3k, fully blinded Crad will catch ahead of Hooksy. And now it's a 1 versus 2 for Roy. He edges his way onto the bomb site with his Desert Eagle. Can he blaze a trail like the skin would suggest? He's waiting for that plant to push, I believe, and right. Yeah, that's exactly that. Good lord, what a headshot running as well. It's all down to Elian in the 1v1. Roy's playing around. He's bagged himself an M4, but it's not going to be enough as the AWP comes out on top, but only just. That is a very expensive round for Entropiq.
Oh,
but it's also an expensive round for Copenhagen Flames as they lose their Hero Rifler. I cannot believe it gets that damn close again for Entropiq when they have the advantage.
Yeah, Entropiq, I mean, they're looking like they're still in this one. Something I definitely would have expected to say a few rounds ago, but now Copenhagen Flames, they have the money going with them, and Entropiq about to tie this game up, and then it will still look in the favor, although look back again in the favor of Entropiq. Nickelback here. Finds Zyphon and Lackey. Thanks out Yabby. Entropiq now 5 versus 3. Nickelback is gonna find Nico Dolls here. Hooksy away. 2 versus 5. Perhaps try to find some exit frags right here, but no. Entropiq, Nickelback, farming cash right there. 2 kills, that is 1.2k dollars added to the bank. Definitely going to help them to perhaps, you know, well, they already have the AWP. No double AWP on the T side. That would be ridiculous.
I mean, you say it's ridiculous. I wouldn't put it past Entropiq, but at the same time, that is exactly the kind of round they needed. They needed their confidence back. They needed to stabilize their economy. And off the back of so many SMG kills there, they've done exactly that. Lackey, though. Lackey's still 11 in 20. It's just been a very disappointing performance from him. And we are used to seeing so much more from the man. However, at a 13-13 scoreline, my confidence is not quite renewed in Entropiq, but it has been reignited. And now Copenhagen Flames, I'd say they're almost the ones on the back foot, but then you look at the buys going into this round, and I do still think they have the advantage here, especially with that AWP on Nikodos. If he's able to continue the performance he's been putting up prior to the previous 2 rounds, Roy, it's a lovely grenade onto Crowd, and already another man advantage. One of the Mac 10 players going down. Yeah, they just need Nickelback to sort of run out first here. Pull the wide angle bait, I suppose, and then have one of his teammates trade him. Zyphon starting to burn in that Molotov, but even that's not enough for him to go down. Oh my goodness, Copenhagen Flames, what a round! Elian last alive once again, but this time a 1v4, not a 1v2, and I believe that's a bridge too far. He just has to run away, try and hide and save. What is this round from Entropiq? It's disastrous.
Yeah, every time when it looks like Entropiq are gonna, you know, get back into the game or run away with things, Copenhagen Flames just put that to a stop. And now I'm glad for Entropiq that their money is pretty good, because that will allow them to get another buy-in after this, especially if Elian is able to save that AWP here. Uxie on the ramp and doesn't really have a lot of room to work with, but they're not hunting him either, and that just makes sense. Copenhagen Flames, they're all under $1,000, so every single player they lose will have a very weak buy. So a bit understandable that they're not going to hunt Elian, because their side economy a lot easier to maintain. But yeah, Copenhagen Flames going to be at 14, 2 rounds away from victory. But then the question is, when you're on match or map point against a team like Entropiq, are you going to be able to close it out? Because there's teams, even when it's like 15-7, they're unable to close it out for such a long time. But Copenhagen Flames are not really going to have a lot of rounds to play with.
I mean, we're really in the home stretch now, White, and they're still almost neck and neck. Again, I understand what you're saying, but I have no idea who's going to win this matchup here. Entropiq, they could still take it in regulation, sorry. They're going to need 3 in a row. Copenhagen Flames, they just need the 2, and they can even let one slip here now. They are the ones on 14. Hooks, he gets aggressive again, eats damage, he's down to 63. He's a very aggressive player here. Just not always finding the necessary frags. Look at Nickelback. Sees the first onto Yabin. He's definitely not expecting that. Nico does the AWP falls as well. This is a big play from Entropiq, and this is exactly what I said. Copenhagen Flames, they can afford to give up 1 round, but anything else is going to be costly. And with their economy in the place it is at the moment, I think Entropiq, they're able to take this round and the following. It's going to be game over for Copenhagen Flames. They just won't be able to recover. And in this one, I mean, it's going to be the CT saving their rifles over. They know their buy is going to be messy in the next unless they're able to do this. And Entropiq, could this be the first flawless round they manage to bag themselves in a very, very long time? And I mean, it's a brilliant time to crack out a flawless round as well. Excellent entry from Forrester and Nickelback. Nobody checking mid. They are gifted a freebie of a B bomb site, and that is a big mistake from Copenhagen Flames.
14-14. All tied up, and overtime definitely something that could be coming in this one. These teams are just looking so damn close, and for the Copenhagen Flames, I do have to say, if they want to win this best of 3, they need this map. Because if Entropiq are going to win this one, that's going to bring their confidence up once again. And then they're going into their own mapping, that is Mirage, a map that the Copenhagen Flames aren't really amazing on. Then, you know, 2-0, no question, in my opinion. Don't want to jinx us. But yeah, the Copenhagen Flames, if they dictate this one, 2-1, even a 2-0 perhaps, if Entropiq fall asleep again, because they're definitely a lot stronger right here. And now Hooksy down to 18 HP. Flashbang from Moore. He's going to come in. Doesn't really do anything. Now, minute and 20 seconds left, and both of these teams are just waiting patiently for some action to come in. But the Entropiq team are looking to go towards a bomb site. We have Zyphon and Yabi here. The Entropiq side, this is where they always, well, most of the time, lost their play. Zyphon definitely not going to be able to make that happen. Is going to find a headshot on the Lackey, and now Entropiq. Are they still going towards an ace bomb site, or are they going to rotate? That's the question.
I mean, whatever they do, Entropiq, they need to win this round. And if they win this round, they very likely set themselves up to win the game. But Yabi finds another. Oh my god, Yabi, the headshots, they come in left, right, and center. Brad in middle, he does trade one, but it's a 2 versus 4, and Entropiq, they look miserable. It's a depressing round. They don't do anything except allow themselves to get cut to pieces. And Brad, oh my god, what a bait there from Roy. That's incredible. The FAMAS burst fire switch just to toy with the mind of this last remaining player in middle. That is so intelligently done. Makes him look the wrong way. The swing comes in from towards the A bomb site. Ellie, and the timing is depressing. And now 15-14 for Copenhagen Flames. And I feel like this is where they close things out. I've just been left disappointed by Entropiq here. Copenhagen Flames, it has been scrappy, I must admit. But at the same time, far less so than what we've seen from Entropiq. Some very convincing opening frags. They must have picked up so many entries this game. And Entropiq, they've just always been on the back foot. They do have an economy to buy up here, but at the same time, the CTs, they're pre-established. They've got 3 AKs, the AWP on Nico does. And Zyphon, 27 in 18 right now. Just a dominant performance through and through. Copenhagen Flames, they're determined to take their own map pick, 16-14 in regulation. There's still a possibility of an overtime. I don't want to rule it out. But I think the Danes, they definitely stand a strong chance of taking this one here.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you on that. But Entropiq, what was that? I mean, they got towards the A ramp. They lost one player. And then they just were not doing anything anymore. They're just allowing Copenhagen Flames to pick them apart one by one. It's really not helping their plan. A Crad. Just shooting above Hooksy like he's Neo. Hooksy will be dancing around the bullets. He's going to be able to re-smoke the ramp here. Now, far away from his teammates, and Crad actually going to find a kill right here. Oh no, Hooksy is going to... Oh, Elliot and Crad! How did that go their way? Now Entropiq, 3 versus 3. Raj does find 2 trade frags. Oh, here. Could find it all. He's going to take out Elliot as well, and the trade frag doesn't come in. Entropiq, you found 2 opening frags. Please just find the trade frags here, and then you just win the round. But
oh no! Oh, it's over. It's over. It's a nice frag from Forrester, but Zyphon seals the deal. Look at how happy Copenhagen Flames are. It's been a long, tough series to start the day, and a very early start, as we've already discussed. The fact they're able to clinch this one over the line, you can see how ecstatic they are, and seeing them smile like that, it makes me smile as well. Brilliantly well played there by Copenhagen Flames. They pull it over the line, and what a way to do it. Roya, however you pronounce his name, I will go to chat, which is probably a risky choice, to see how it is pronounced in just a moment. But what a stunning collection of frags from him. Now, Copenhagen Flames, they're favoured by the live odds. But ladies and gents, I won't keep rambling on for too much longer. We will be going to a short 10-minute break here. But until then, we will be back with a second map in just a moment. That will be the map pick of Entropiq on Mirage. See you all in just a couple of minutes.
Are you ready to experience the next step in esports entertainment? Don't just watch the game. Become a part of it. Make predictions, compete against others, win prizes. Stream cards, Sign up for the closed beta now.
Shut as well. So 1v3 for Percy. He's just going to run for the hill. 6-8 P going to save the Mac 10 into the next.
Yeah, really nice conversion there from Sangal, right? It was looking a little bit awkward at one point. 4v4, they try and group up and they lose another player as they make their way towards the B bomb site. In the end, it's a 3 versus 4. At least they get the bomb down, but then they just find a flurry of frags. Like I said, it was looking a bit awkward considering that boost was coming through. You even noticed it as well. But Major, he finds the double kill. Really important double spray down coming through from him. And that pretty much just solidifies the round at that point. Sangal, they go up 2-0.
Yeah, that was a little scary there for Sangal, right? I don't want to say that. I don't know if we just want to come out of the gate saying that was a really good round, because I don't know if it really necessarily was, right? I mean, again, I understand that they did just kind of get spammed through the smoke. That's unlucky, but that's kind of CS at the same time. Thankfully, Major was there to respond back with 2 kills. The opening one, it was a little messy. Going 1-for-1, I don't know if I was the biggest fan of that, but now, I mean, Prosliv and Co., they've got to take this full save, just a couple of pistols alongside that to save Mac 10. I mean, AOG have their goal here, maybe to do exactly what they did last round, right? Get a couple of kills, give themselves that little bit of an opportunity to win it, just for a very, very slim amount of time. That's going to be the case here, and we're already picking up 2. Prosliv going to get the trade on the nade. Now, spamming with that Mac 10 since he's going to actually wind down 2 minutes. Up to Percy to save Mac 10 to try and close this one out. 1v4, nade. Armor, so aim punch won't be a factor, but I don't think that's going to matter too much. It will be done.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Entropiq versus Copenhagen Flames. This is, of course, your first quarterfinal of the day, and this is map 2, Mirage. Now, the first map ended up going the way of the Copenhagen Flames, and now it's time for Mirage, of course. Take it away, Tom.
I mean, as we've already said, this is a far stronger map for Entropiq than it is for Copenhagen Flames. If you look at Entropiq on this map, they played it 24 times with a 54% win rate, but regardless of stats in the pistol round, it's looking advantageous so far for Copenhagen Flames. 2 great shots from Yabi and Roger. They're traded back immediately, though. Now another man advantage for the Entropiq squad. Hooksy left alone on the bomb site. It's a gorgeous headshot onto Forrester. Nickelback has a lot of work to do, but not a head to do it with. Elliot to trade it again. It's Elliot in a 1v2. Brings it down to the 1v1. Does not have the bomb in his hands. Instead, he waits for Nikodos to peek into his angle. Oh no, Nikodos, he finds the opening shot on towards Elliot. He breaks the vent to try and bait a CT plate. So far, Nikodos hasn't fallen for anything, Ellie, and he edges his way through connector, and now, with 50 seconds left on the clock, there's plenty of time for either player to come out with the round in their clutches. Ellie and the bomb is so narrowly out of the sightline, and Nikodos here, he sees the head of the player. It's all down to timing now. Oh, Elian. What a way to steal away that first round from Copenhagen Flames. They find a double entry and then 3 kills immediately fly back in favour of Entropiq. Look at HooXi's best efforts. It's just not enough. Even with that stunning frag onto Nickelback, he then goes down to the one, the only Elian. He clutches round after round for this Entropiq squad. And what a way to seal the deal in the pistol round.
And now the Copenhagen Flames, 4 Eagles on a scout. Wouldn't have it any other way. Godard's going for that headshot flick. Player won't be jumping over though, so won't be finding a kill. But it's funny, you know, players, you know, they always jump over to not get hit, and then the scouters just go flick for that headshot. So, funny, you know. Forrester is gonna find 2 opening frags, right? He's gonna get the 1 dig onto Crad. Flame. That's 3 versus 3. Okay, HooXi. It's gonna tag Elian down to 12 HP right here now. It's gonna find a nice headshot onto Nico does. HooXi and Roy. 2 versus 3 right here, Lackey. Trying to find a frag right here. Right. Slowly coming in, but HooXi here with the Desert Eagle flank. It's gonna flick. The ball is a player, but doesn't find a kill. But yeah, Entropiq, it's looking like they will come out ahead for this round. Oh.
I mean, I was going to say, if there was any region to lose to this Forward Eagle scout by, it would be a CIS team to do so. Because that is where most of my pain stems from. The CIS RMR that we did white, that's where my hatred of the Forward Eagle scout by really began. Because every single time the Force buy could come through, they buy into that investment and they would always lose. Now Copenhagen Flames, they do the same thing. Entropiq narrowly stave off what could have been a disaster with those missed Eagle shots onto a player standing still. And it's just a big mess up from the side of Copenhagen Flames. And another good start to the game from Entropiq. But will they be able to continue this into the latter stages of the half? That's my question here.
Yeah. You have the odds, and yeah, they're starting to get closer and closer. Now, almost going to favor of the Copenhagen Flames here, and Entropiq now 2-0. It's funny looking at those odds because, of course, Copenhagen Flames have won their map pick. The fact that it's now only 50-50, but I mean, I'd say it is quite realistic because Entropiq, I think a lot of people are still expecting them to run away with the victory here, so it makes a lot of sense. Now, Nickelback. Connector is going to tag Roy down, or he'll take the frag actually. Nickelback finds Ivan as well now, HooXi. He's shooting with his Eagle.
A white. You know what's worse than a 4 Deagle and a scout buy? 1 Deagle, 3 USPs and a scout buy, as it gets absolutely nothing done. Entropiq,
yeah, it's not the best.
They make Copenhagen Flames fall flat on their faces. And there was no reply. There was no reply from them in that round. Yeah, you can see how just drained these players look. No doubt they've been practicing all night. I think the Entropiq players, after their harrowing matches last night, they got straight onto FPL, as any insane CSGO pro would do, because you don't need sleep, you just need hugging. And as a result, they look rather tired on the server today. As smoke drops down towards connector here. 3-0 to Entropiq as it stands. Nico does. He needs to be so careful. Crad, he can find such a freebie here. Jump through with a flashbang, but a very good retreat from the AWPer. Retreating is sometimes the option, kids. Remember that. Saving that AWP over. Head up and going for the flashy plays, but a flashy play off the back of a flashbang as Forrester finds one, but a triple trade! Zyphon and Roy, what a play! Forrester claws things back to a 3v2, but look at the health on these remaining Entropiq players. Why, it's not looking hot, except that Molotov is.
Yeah, that Molotov is indeed looking very hot now, Roy. He's gonna lose his head to Forrester. 2 versus Forrester is gonna find Nico does here. Here's the 1 versus 2 situation. Has the bomb carrier straight in front of him. Right time, he is going to find him, but no, goes down to 46 HP. Back and Forrester, they may not have a lot of HP together, but Forrester does come out on top. That will be 4-0 for Entropiq. A great start for them here, but we've seen this before, Tom.
We have indeed, and that round there, it was a bit of a steal for Entropiq. I certainly thought Copenhagen Flames would be towing that one over the line. And a timeout comes in, rightly so. I think there is a lot to talk about after losing that previous round despite having the man advantage, and now as that timer ticks on down, Entropiq, they can at least be quietly confident in themselves. They have a much stronger buy going into round number 5 than their opponents. Their opponents are likely to be on no more than the upgraded pistols, maybe an SMG on Hooksy. Their money's just not great right now. You can see from the facial expressions, they are contemplating what they need to do here. Obviously, that's why they called a timeout. Good job, Tom. But 0-4 on Nicodos. No shots landed on his AWP yet. It's not a great sign for the start of Mirage, and as he said, it's very reminiscent of the start on Vertigo. However, this is where Copenhagen Flames started to pull things back on the first map. It's looking less likely with just the 4th Eagle CZ investment.
And here, shooting into window, trying to get that pre-fire in. It's there though now, right? Oh, gets taken out by Hooksy. Does find a trade frag onto Lackey, makes it a 4 versus 4. Copenhagen Flames here with the 4 Desert Eagles looking, making some magic happen in a scoreline we've also seen between these two teams, believe it or not, is 16-1. It has happened between these two teams. Now, I actually do want to know what map it was on. I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Yeah, it was Mirage, and Entropiq ended up winning that 16-1, so yeah. This is not a surprise whatsoever, because the last time they played against each other, it was 16-7 as well, so it's been dominant, going away with Entropiq every damn time.
Yeah, was that with this iteration of the lineup as well?
Yeah. 16-1 was the 3rd of June.
Ouch, that's not great, I'll be honest with you, White.
Yeah, definitely not.
Now,
Zyphon.
Oh my goodness, it's a flying crowd. He jumps around the corner, Zyphon loses his head, but Yabby does the exact same back to Forrester with his Desert Eagle. Impressive stuff from the young gun. He's so good on this hand cannon. He is still 2-4. There's a lot of work to be done, and in this 3 versus 3 scenario, what can Copenhagen Flames do with just a picked up Mac 10? So far, so good for a 5th for Entropiq, and Copenhagen Flames yet to reply. Is this the round they do it in with such a huge disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean, certainly still is a possibility. They don't have the defuse kit, so they have to move up really quickly. Nico's down to 54 HP already. 1-for-1 trade. Gets found, but Hellion, what a nice shot. His reaction speed absolutely through the roof. But Yabby, okay. Economical damage definitely coming in, but Entropiq do have a lot of money. That's going to be the round win for Entropiq, 5-0. And yeah, the odds, they're shifting back in the favor of Entropiq, because with the way this map has been going, it's just crazy.
Also, according to chat, we missed a Forrester ace.
Did we?
Apparently,
was it against the Eco
I believe it was against the Eco Frags. So,
Alright.
So he gets a pat on the back from me if that was the case.
As well.
So yeah, well done to Forrester. You go get those Eco Frags, son. You enjoy them. However, someone who's looking to get a little bit more than Eco Frags is Roy, and as a result, he goes down rather quickly. 1 versus 3 in the middle. He gets triple swung, and there's nothing that can really come from that. Does Nicolas actually see that player through the smoke? Yes, he does, but crowd defying Hooksy. Nicolas, it's a nice flick, but it's too little too late. Your teammate's already gone down. However, now, the onslaught towards B is afoot. Nicolas, he's dancing around at the back of the B bomb site as the execute looks to come on in. It will still be Lackey holding down the middle rotations. For the time being, this is looking pretty convincing for Entropiq on the B bomb site. Already 1 player down, 2 now as Forrester decapitates Nicolas. The AWP is removed again. Only 2 frags to his name. I believe only 1 on that AWP in this 2 versus 4 situation. Copenhagen Flames can't really do anything but fall away back to the same bomb site.
Now, Entropiq gonna find their 6th round in a row, and I was believing that this could be a long best of 3, especially with the Copenhagen Flames winning the first. But if Mirage once again goes to like 16-1, it may still be pretty quick. Now, Copenhagen Flames, they could of course still wake up, make this Mirage, but that's starting to look more and more unlikely. They're just not getting anything right now. Siphon is going to find one, but gets straight out by Lackey, and that is all of the Copenhagen Flames players to go down now. If they want to go for a full buy, they all will have to reinvest, but no, we won't have enough for a full buy. We'll be seeing Deagles, some armor, and that's it. I mean, 7-0, not looking out of the question here.
Well, can Entropiq do what Copenhagen Flames did to them on Vertigo? Can they find that key 7th round in a row? It's looking pretty damn good, as you said so far, White. Roy with just a Desert Eagle in towards a window doesn't really want to re-peek an Alpha. However, Siphon does want to peek an AK, and that bags himself a freebie rifle going into the latter stages of round number 7. Forrester with a Molotov forces Hooksy off the angle, but I don't know if he heard the tick damage through his own AK spray. Good utility towards short, but the flashbang goes behind Yabby. Nico does as well, sets up a crossfire with the Season. And it's looking a little bit precarious here. Lackey does see one on the bomb site. It's a 3 versus 2. Elian catches Zyphon off guard, and now Hooksy. Oh, this is so worryingly winnable. How do Entropiq keep doing this? An AK picked up, and in this 1v2, I definitely don't fancy Entropiq making this one easy. Lackey on 13, Elian on 25. One on the AWP. And the AWP could certainly be the saving grace here, especially as Hooksy edges his way towards window. That's going to be a said and done deal. In a stroke of luck, Entropiq win out that 2v1. And now 7-0 on the board to them. The scoreline this time is James Bonding.
Yeah. And the betters will be molding now.
I like that.
Trying to get some rhymes in here now. Copenhagen Flames, this could be the beginning of it all. One round could start the snowball effect. Entropiq, even though it is 7-0, they were not looking amazing in the last map. So still have to take a look at that. And Yabby is going to find the entry frag onto Forrester. Alien here, nade in his face together with Krad, but Entropiq now they have to go towards the B-bomb site. They don't have to wait. And yeah, this is exactly how they ended up falling apart on Vertigo. A frag was found by their opponents, then they just didn't move. Same happens right here. No refrags, and now 3 versus 5.
I mean, there's not really anything they can do at this point apart from fall away, try and save some weapons over. Their economy's great. They might want to just try and deal some economic damage to their opponents, because every kill onto these CTs will be amplified in cost in the next round. But yeah, in round number 8, still looking pretty damn good for Entropiq overall. In this one, however, I would not be surprised if they all go down without a single kill, because look at what they're doing. They're going back to this B site. Hooksy's been pretty good this game, despite the scoreline up above, and Lackey's not going to check under him. Okay, maybe he will. Roy towards short, though, catches him on the drop, and now in a 2v4. Roy is pushed off the angle a little, but he will catch the bomb carrier, and now last alive is, of course, Elliot. But he will fall to the A1S, and finally a first on the board for the Danes.
Yeah, 7-1. Perhaps that will be the scoreline between Germany and England tonight.
Yikes.
Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of the Brazil versus Germany game. So.
That was quite something at the World Cup. That was quite something, I must say. But yeah, I'm not much of a football man. I'm far more of a CSGO fan. Oh, that grenade! Whew. Lovely chunk of damage early on towards Entropiq. A smoke comes down towards Connector now as Zyphon enters his way forward. Lackey and Forrester, they do have a crossfire should the CT decide to push. But I think that's out of the question for the time being, and Zyphon just about misses him in the gap in the smoke. And, well, Entropiq, they still have the advantage in this one in terms of utility right now. They got their Orc Rebellion. But can they capitalise on the round as Lackey? He's found his way into window.
Lucky in a great position. They're looking to wrap around Xiphon. Xiphon is actually looking to aggress towards middle. Oh, this is perfect. Lucky given so much room towards his A bomb site. I hope he doesn't get spotted out by the Opera. That would be absolutely horrible. But yeah, Entropiq, even though they did find that nice frag, it is still 2 versus 4 Lucky. Copenhagen will find Xiphon. The bomb in their control. They still have to pick it up, but Lucky, if he finds this kill, that's going to be huge. He does have a feeling that Hooksy can be here. He is going to be hunting him down. Does find a headshot flick, and now a 2 versus 2. Yabi is coming from the ramp, gets blinded. But Nickelback doesn't go out for a frag. That smoke will allow Nickelback wiggling room. Yabi does find Nickelback, and Lucky now 1 versus 2 with the op. He's been pretty good so far on his weapon this map. Now he has to clutch it out. Bomb will get tapped, but he does go down to Yabi.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he sees the elbow as well. He's just not fast enough to react, and with him firing off that pre-fire, it just throws off his aim completely. And now Copenhagen Flames, so do they have a kit? Okay, no, they're fine. We're good, we're good. They do claw the way onto a second though, White, and it's looking a little bit better for them now. They're actually putting something on the board.
Yeah. Now 7-2. Please, Entropiq, don't fall apart just yet. At least get double digits here. Now, race time is over. Lots of utility being thrown towards middle. Love to see the custom HUDs, because then you can see all the utility being thrown on the minimap. If you didn't know that just yet, make sure to look at that in the beginning of the round. But Nico is going to find the opening frag towards Nickelback. Opening of Flames now 5 versus 4, and Entropiq once again. No possibility to go for the trade frag, but Lucky, this could be huge. It's gonna find. Oh, not a kill just yet, but does in the end 2 versus 3. But Nico gets the no scope Alien out of the palace. This is gonna be all kind of timing. Roy finds him. That's the 3rd round for Copenhagen Flames in a row now.
Yeah, and again, this is where I start worrying about Entropiq. They've not been the best today. They very much should have won Vertigo, but losing those 7 rounds in a row, that was the beginning of the end for them. That you could see they'd already run out of steam just in the first half. As soon as the first couple of rounds didn't go their way, they started getting messy. They weren't trading kills. They were giving up all the entries to their opposition. And even when they did have a 2-man advantage, they threw that round away as well. Alien cannot win out every clutch you put him into, it seems. And they put him into a lot of them. I mean, his last alive in the round rating must be pretty damn high. So it's almost unfair, the amount of clutches the poor man's been plunged into. As you said, Entropiq, they should be able to close out double digits here on Mirage. If they don't, that will be a worrying sign with them going 7-0. But yeah, if they give up 4 more rounds in a row to Copenhagen Flames here, I don't know what I'll do with myself. I don't think it's possible at the moment. However, a hero AK-47 buy, I don't know if this is necessarily the solution to Copenhagen Flames' problems.
Yeah, 1 AK in a dream, some pistols around it. Got a feeling like their chances would be better if they didn't have that rifle. It's with a pistol now. No one actually gets tagged right there. Xiphon playing in the window, but he has to be careful. He's towards the left side of window against pistols. Yeah, I wouldn't dare to do that now. He's gonna kill a player, but oh no, yeah, that is exactly why you don't do that. You just get shut down by a pistol now. Javi is gonna find a trade track towards the palace, takes out Alien. Now, 4 versus 4. See, Forrester here is towards the jungle. Crowd was able to pick up the M4A4, but still have to take control of the site.
I mean, that's really the hard part here. A quick switch of weaponry towards the B apartments perhaps nets them something, but Hooksy. Oh no, he's so brutal. He does get dinked in the engagement though. He's looking for more, but Nickelback to find the frag. Surely not. Surely this is not where Copenhagen Flames slip up against a hero AK-47 round. Nikodos though. Oh, he almost goes for the pre-fire. That could have been his saving grace, but it's So damn unlucky. Nickelback blinded, jumping towards Roy, will go down, and now Forrester has a lot to make up for. Jumping above the ban, sees one, goes down, 4 on the board to Copenhagen Flames. That round was closer than it ever should have been. Odds barely favouring Entropiq here, 1.813 to the 1.943 according to Pinnacle. And, well, I mean, it's definitely fair to say that Entropiq are not looking as hot as they once did. And their odds, they do get a tad more favourable towards the end of that one for some reason.
Yeah.
Copenhagen Flames, I'd still say, if they keep up like this, there is 2-0 potential I didn't think I'd even have to dream about.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about a 2-0, but definitely for Entropiq thought this was going to be nice and easy for them. I've definitely been surprised by the Copenhagen Flames. Surprised by them, or disappointed by Entropiq, you know.
A bit of both, to be fair. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, Entropiq. Alien, he was looking hella aggressive towards the beginning of the round. 2 smokes towards ramp. Sure that he was going to fall back there. Now the need. He's going to take him down to 91 HP. But yeah, Entropiq, they're just waiting out all of this utility. The molly comes in, Alaki is going to be able to rush in. I mean, he's forced to rush in due to that Molotov. Yabi will find a kill. Yeah, no trade frag potential whatsoever. Now Forrester is going to come out, and that is a bit sloppy. A bit much now, Roy. That's like a crowd in Entropiq. You know, that player from Palace, there was no one to back him up. Not even any utility to back him up.
And now the only ones backing up are Entropiq, and they're backing up into a corner as it looks to be 7-5. Copenhagen Flames, they thread 5 of their own in a row, and Entropiq would now have to win a triple in order to get onto double digits in the first half. And again, with the way they're playing, it's looking impossible. Alien, oh, the timing, it's so unfortunate. Looks away just as Roy aggresses. He's not going to be able to quite spot him anyway towards TV room. And in this save, 10 seconds left, Roy is going to look to do some massive economic damage. Keep either Nickelback or Alien down below $500 towards the change of this round. Okay, no, perhaps not. He won't aggress, he won't over-aggress, and I do respect that decision. The economy's still not great for Copenhagen Flames on a couple of these players. They want to keep it as strong as possible going into the following. And, well, as strong as possible is not something that can be said about the buy for Entropiq here, nor can it be said about the gameplay, as they are looking lackluster. As soon as they lose that first round, White, they fall to pieces. Exactly the same story as Vertigo.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, this time they were able to take 7 rounds instead of 4, but still very painful. Alien now only down to 74 HP. Okay, 2 nades in his face. That is definitely a lot of HP to still be able to run away with. But now Entropiq, I really just hope if they go for a peak, just get the trade frag if your teammate goes down, because this is what has been hurting them a lot throughout this best of 3. There have been a lot of trade frags now, Yabi. Perhaps go up the ladder, playing with the idea, but isn't gonna do it. Knows that there could be a player in the palace. And now Entropiq are getting ready to go towards A bomb site. So Forrester is, of course, only the lurker towards A. He's hoping to shoot a player rotating back. But for that to happen, of course, you know, Entropiq, they still have to get on that B bomb site, but Million with the bomb. Looked like he was falling back a bit. Now, still be going towards B. But look at this rotation. Oh, this is painful.
Yeah, it is a little bit. With 30 seconds left on the clock, though, my god, it's taking so long for Entropiq to do anything. They really like running down the clock, these CIS teams. It's a lovely shot, but the crossfire is better. Roy finds a triple, Alien only good for 1. Yabi catches Forrester on the lurk, and again, it's all fallen apart. Alien, he goes for the bomb tap, misses his shot, and Zyphon seals the deal, and potentially the fate of Entropiq. Look at this, 7-6. They were 7-0 up, and now Copenhagen Flames, they've won 6 in a row of their own. I jested about it. I joked. I said, hey, maybe it could be 8-7 for Copenhagen Flames in this half. And now I think I'm more serious than ever. This is just a joke from Entropiq. What are they even trying to do anymore? They've gone absent. They've left the server. These are just mere apparitions taking their place, and they're just not able to do a thing against this Copenhagen Flames roster.
Yes, indeed. Now, Entropiq, very weak line. 4 pistols and a Galil. I mean, it's better than a scout. I'm gonna give him that. Now, execute towards a bomb sign is coming in, and just imagine if this is the round where they do come out on top. Nico does is gonna get tied down to 64 HP. Nickelback finds a frag, and this could be it.
I'm imagining
Nickelback with another. Oh my lord! Entropiq 5 vs 2. Is it really just like this? Really?
I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is, but somehow, someway, it's another eco. Oh, Nickelback, he catches one more. Hooksy will fall. Nickelback's on for another ace, but this time it's in one of the most important rounds of the first half. Entropiq, they finally bag an 8th, and they will be winning out the half as a result. And oh my goodness me, Nickelback, he finds it. That is the full-on ace for the man. And what a crucial one to find. Just the round, the ace, everything there. I do not know how Copenhagen Flames only find a single frag up against the pistols, but goddamn, what an impressive display from Nickelback there. I would say from Entropiq, the rest of the team were pretty damn quiet there. It was all down to the hero plays from him. And he wasn't even baiting his teammates. He gets 3 entries. And I'm still a little bit in shock. I don't quite understand how that's the way they get back into the game. But hey, whatever works, it works, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, get back into the game? I don't know. I mean, that could just be a fluke round. That's what I'm thinking. Now they have to find another. It will be enough now. His life, and it's gonna throw his life away pretty much now. There's a reason Yappy was not going up that ladder earlier. It's 4 vs 4 and Nickelback getting into that bomb side. Now, Kodos behind the smoke. Looking to play around it with the AWP. It's going to get flashed in, so we'll be going for an aggressive peek. Fakes out Lackey. Drops the bomb, but Crad comes out with the trade. That's right. Right. Flying Crad, and yeah, the bomb still has to go down, and it doesn't look like Entropiq will be able to do so. Copenhagen Flames will come out of the half 7-8, but Entropiq, they'll still win it.
Well,
yeah. Smiles.
Wait, are you alright to cover for me for just a couple of moments?
Yeah, no worries. I was just about to say that the smiles on the faces of the Copenhagen Flames, they say it all. Entropiq, they may have 8 rounds, but they were on 7 for such a long time. Now, here we go. See? Lining up the smoke. Now the Copenhagen Flames getting ready to go towards this A bomb line, excuse me. Nickelback and Crad towards the ramp though. They're aggressing. They could find these kills, but they could also go down. Nickelback finds Nico does, but look at this wraparound. Nickelback does find Hooksy. It is still a 4 vs 3, but oh, Willian just gonna be running around, and there's so many frags coming in, but Lackey does close out the round with 2 USB headshots right there in the end, and that's Entropiq. Find their 9th round. They haven't had a bit of a replay because that was a lot to cover in such a short amount of time here. Right, finding the kill. Alien comes in from behind, and oh, look at that! That was lovely stuff. Lackey, of course, not lacking right there. Now, Copenhagen Flames unable to get the bomb plant down, so they will be coming in with the Glocks. Investing anything extra into this round. Not even a flashbang will be, but they're just waiting. Look at this bit of Roland Estrada stack into underpass. You know, it may work, it may not. At least 5 Glocks are better than 1. Now Nickelback. He must be toying with the idea. He wants to know what's going on here towards under. Is he gonna jump? No, Alien. He's gonna be peeking. Gets out of that with 39 HP. Able to survive that. Now, with a minute and 2 seconds left, the clock train, it is looking, well, looking to go towards A, actually. They're running all the way around the map. Now, if they just make sure to all focus on one player and all shoot one player, I mean, 5 Glocks might as well be as good as a rifle. That scenario, but Brad is going to find one player alone towards the path. That is Hooksy. Go back here with the M24. He's going to find Roy. Siphon does take out Crad. Not quite sure he'll be able to find more now. Nickelback does go quite low. But Alien, the second frag, that will be double digits for Entropiq, and Alien, he's getting fired up. Shooting buddies right there, and the odds 1.757 for Entropiq, and 2.0.
Easy for themselves is the problem, and I mean, they have won the first 2 rounds of the second half. It's sort of renewed again my faith in them, but not properly. But Elian, he's at least on top form. Down goes Nicolas, and he's been having a very, very rough Mirage so far. Elian now, again, he's not putting up quite the same numbers as Vertigo. I don't think he's going to have to, because his team is looking far more glued in the latter stages. Elian, that is a dirty shot to be finding before falling away. On a 5 versus 3 situation, Entropiq again, they have a lot of advantages, but Forrester cannot afford to be giving one up here towards the B apartments, especially with only him being the sole player on this site. One looks to get aggressive. Roy sees him, and now his position on balcony has been given up. The execute towards his B bomb site comes in, but Lackey, what a flank. He flanks the flanker on short. Now Molotovs rain on down. Zyphon in a difficult spot. Yabby catches Nickelback off guard. Goes down to 19. It's a 3 versus 2. And this should be an Entropiq round every day of the week. Last alive is Yabby. 19 points of health to his name. There's no bomb left in the game. And, well, he's either going to go for an exit or a save here. And I said no bomb in the game. I've lied to you. He does have the bomb on his back, but he doesn't have a bomb sight. And, yeah, he doesn't even hit the ground before Elian takes him out with a USP. And that will now be an 11-7 scoreline for Entropiq, as they do look a little bit more confident on their CT side. And look at this from Elian. Gorgeous stuff. I don't know how he lands this one through the smoke, but poor old Hooksy doesn't get a say in the swing of things at all.
11-7, and now the question is, can the Copenhagen Flames keep up? It shows what they're capable of on their T side. 16-1. Not going to be like that this time. Once that's already good. I do believe the last time these two teams played on this map, it was 16-9. So yeah, no, 16-7. So I mean, Entropiq, if they win 5 rounds in a row, that will be an exact repeat that scoreline. Boy, there's an Eagle on the pass. Let's look to find an entry. Entropiq, of course, they're playing this very safe, sending 3 players towards the A bomb site right now. But with no one in the window, no one towards jungle, could perhaps get one up there and go into the mud hole.
I mean, plenty of opportunity for Havoc here, but Crad cuts it down early. Elian bags Hooksy, and yeah, slightly less opportunity for Havoc here for Copenhagen Flames. Now, I mean, Crad's not having the best game. They could potentially capitalise onto this, but with just a Glock and 2 Desert Eagles against what is effectively the full boy here of Entropiq, it's not looking too hot, especially with Nickelback doing that. And now all down to Zyphon. He does find Nickelback. Oh, hello. And he does find Crad as well. That's a very nice follow-up headshot, but Elian again with the USP, the man to seal the deal. As Entropiq, they now lead by 5 rounds and only need 4 left to hit that all-important 16 as Copenhagen Flames, they call a much-needed tactical timeout.
Yeah, not going that well for them anymore. Even a weakened Entropiq. Still looking to come out on top here on Mirage. Can see the players of Entropiq. Yeah, I'll be right here. I do believe that was just Roy talking, if I'm not mistaken. No. Actually, let me take a look. I am gonna take a look. I want to know. Ah, it is Huxi. Yeah. IGL. Makes sense.
I mean, Huxi is an IGL. He's been... okay, not this game, but on Vertigo he did very, very well in the fragging department. Towards the end especially. And this one he's going 7-15, which, in my humble opinion, isn't particularly practical. Elian, that was interesting. Mollies himself, accidentally steps in his own Molotov, and then runs away from window. That is a pro strat, if I've ever seen one. But, Forrester... It's a nice grenade, only does 10 damage though, as the player steps in front of it, and Lackey, well, he sees Dicon step in front of the smoke, he takes full advantage, and now Crad cuts another down to 4. Nickelback, look at this incredible flank here. Already the IGL is dead, and Yabi is next on the plate. Course number 2 will be Alien for the time being, but the trade comes in, and now a 4v2. Nikodos has had a terrible game so far. And that will continue as Lackey and Nickelback. They cut down the remaining 2 players, and now a 6-round lead for Entropiq. And they do look more confident coming into the latter stages, especially of their CT half. And now look at the buy for Copenhagen Flames. It's shoddy at best. Lackey in utility, and no walk for them either. But, at the worst, they could just go... Oh, okay. No, they are going to fully force this round. They've got 4 AKs, a spattering of utility, and a deagle on the AWPer. I mean, they call it the hand cannon for a reason. It delivers the same effect as an AWP. It's the pocket AWP, as they say. Nickelback, that grenade. It's decent. It doesn't do as much as I thought, but the MP9 seals the deal, and Yabi catches a blinded man. Right, what could Entropiq do with the rest of this round? Or perhaps Copenhagen Flames to take it?
Yeah, it's starting to look like Copenhagen Flames can definitely do something in this round now. Alien will be throwing a CT smoke himself to give them a bit of a false sense of security. We'll be able to play around that. Lucky does find a headshot. Now Entropiq looking very good, but Roy here finds the player into window. Zyphon takes out Lucky, and now Forrester with the AK-47 is going to attack. Oh, finds Zyphon through the box. Going to throw a nice flashbang, and Roy now has given his position away, but now it's going to be all down to the headshots, and Roy comes out on top. 8th round for the Copenhagen Flames, and he's going to save the skin of his team.
That was a close affair. As you said, Roy comes in clutch quite literally. 21 in 14 on the man. He is dominating this server. He just does not have the backing of his team, and it's unfortunate. Huxi 7 in 17 right now. 10 in 17 on Nikodos, and a reliable AWPer is a very, very valuable tool on any map. On the T side of Mirage, he should be getting those entry frags for you towards middle, towards the A apartments, but he's just not able to capitalize. And his struggle is bringing the team down with him. Entropiq, a much more sizable lead in this one than they had over towards Vertigo. 5 rounds this time on their CT side. Are they able to continue this streak, though, now that it has been broken? That 1 round for Copenhagen Flames, is it the tipping point, just like it was in the first half? Elian, great movement, already on towards short. Will it be good enough for him to find the entry? He's dancing around this short smoke, and so far, he doesn't see a thing. The crowd starts strong with a big double towards A round.
Yeah. See Nikodos and Roy. This is hard for them. Very difficult. Entropiq, if they win this one, is going to be 14-8. The money of the Copenhagen Flames, once again, not looking too amazing. This, of course, map pick of Entropiq. Copenhagen Flames were able to choose to start on the CD side, and even though, you know, they got a bit of a comeback going, still not the best CD side ever. And Roy is going to find Crowd, turns it into a 3 versus 4, makes it a possible situation. No one currently on a bomb site, but Lucky from jungle is going to make up for that. And Huxi goes down as well. Nico does now 1 versus 4, doesn't have an op, does have an AK and a bomb. Alright, finds a headshot now, has to get that bomb down. That will at least allow the Copenhagen Flames to have a decent buy into the next one. But now, 1 versus 3, all these players are creeping up.
Yeah, 1v3, and he has 3 HP. It's not looking great for the AWPer here. He also has an AK rather than the big green, which definitely would have been better for that level of health. Either way, Nickelback swings on in, finds ahead, and will find the defuse as Entropiq lead 14-8 now. A significantly better performance on their CT side of Mirage than anywhere else in this best of 3 so far. And a bit of team BM there as Nickelback eats some Glock bullets from his teammate. I think they're confident enough in their own ability at the moment to see this one out. It's going to be an okay buy coming in from the T side here. Again, no AWP. But at the same time, from the way Nikodos has been playing with the AWP in this matchup, I think it's fair to assume that he'll be better on a rifle anyway. Siphon, a lack of utility. On the flip side, Entropiq, they are all guns blazing, all nades blazing as well. That's a lot of utility damage. Crowd dropping a Molotov to deny them a push on his right side flank. Ellian catches one. Crowd with a follow-up. Nikodos only good for a single trade, and the Molotovs are good towards the A-bomb site, as is Nikodos for some reason in this round. He's lighting up the server. Oh my goodness, it's a 3K to his name already. He's on fire with the AK, but Forrester slides on it. Oh my goodness, the follow-up headshot is gorgeous. Nets them the man advantage, and all of Nikodos' hard work is about to be undone. Unless Yabi can pull off the unreal, and he starts strong. Headshot onto Forrester, now in the 1 versus 1. It's him versus Elliot. Elliot knows where he is. The flashbang rattles on over the top, but Yabi, he's not fast enough to peek off the back of it, and Elliot will still hold this angle. He sees the leg. Yabi now goes for the pre-fire, but it's Elliot to deny, and Nikodos. What an incredible effort, but it's not going to be enough. Entropiq find a 15th, and it's now a 15-8 scoreline. 7 rounds separate these two teams, but look at Forrester's second headshot. So damn clean. Poor old Nikodos. One time he shows up, the rest of his team, they crumble.
And now it's map point for Entropiq, looking to tie up the series. We'll be going towards overpass, and that's going to be good for Entropiq, I believe. Now Nickelback here. Very forward. He's going to tag Hooks. He's down to 30 HP already. The molly comes in, but Nikodos does fight Nickelback through the strong life, and it's going to hold a push. Forrester goes down to already a very good start for the Copenhagen Flames here. He's going to be holding the gap, finds the headshot onto Nikodos. Now Hooks going up the ladder in ladder room. Elliot. He's going to be checking the smoking window. Copenhagen Flames have to play this one smart, because otherwise, with the HP on Hooksy and Zyphon, they could still lose this one.
Yeah, they do need to be extra careful. Lackey, though, can't afford to overextend, and that's exactly what he does. Elian, though, misses a shot, a rare occasion indeed. The crowd does not miss the first, can't quite find the end of the second. 1v2, well, 1v3 now, 1v2 again for Elian. Oh, surely CPH don't lose like this. Elian already on a 3K in the round, just as Yabi left the deal with the Asta bomb in his sights. And oh my good lord, almost has Yabi in them too. Yabi drops down towards Truck. It could be his undoing. The smoke will rain out. It's not going to be fast enough as Elian, he's a pro! 4 kills to his name, and he wins out the game. What a scoreline there from Entropiq. A 16-8 finish as Elian is a monster. I didn't even see that frag onto Nikodos, but it was so damn clean. Elian instead catching Hooksy and then Yabi. Oh, wow. Look at this man's incredible speed and prowess. There's a reason he is the main AWPer for Entropiq, White.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane what he's able to do right here. Now the question is, will he be able to do that on map number 3 to get them a spot in the semi-final? Now that is the question that we'll all be asking ourselves. We'll be able to find out right after the break on Mirage. Overpass.
Are you ready to experience the next step in esports entertainment? Don't just watch the game. Become a part of it. Make predictions, compete against others, win prizes. Stream cards. Sign up for the closed beta now.